Let's be honest, the holidays would be a lot more enjoyable if there wasn't so much to do. Because life is busy enough without the holidays. And then we add on all the other stuff, it's really hard to enjoy. Welcome to your third session of Meditation Mondays. My name is Shawn Hanlovich, and I am your Central Region recruiter, and today I am your meditation guide. Today we are going to talk about how to manage stress by being better organized and planning for your holidays. We're going to talk about some tips and techniques on how you can be prepared instead of being reactive. And we're going to do a short little meditation to kind of help us get in practice of that and to be present in the moment. So when we think about previous experiences with the holidays that were stressful, just like last week, we can identify what we didn't know then and how we can do it better in the future. And we can kind of visualize on that. What is the best version of us? How does the best version of us handle these kind of situations? We're going to talk about how to manage and adjust our expectations and perspectives of things. We don't always know the whole story about somebody else's experience, and we need to adjust our perspective that we don't know everything about everyone else. We're going to have to learn to give ourselves credit and grace for the things that we do well and for the things that don't go so well. The other thing is accepting and expecting imperfection, because none of us are perfect and we're doing the best we can, and it is a lot to do. I'm going to give you some tools to map out and reach success, to do the best you can and to stick with it. We're going to do practice on accepting what we can and cannot control. When we're talking about other people, we're talking about weather and events outside of our control. And we're going to talk about the little things that can needlessly stress us out and take up our time, like misplaced keys, forgetting items after you went to the grocery store and you got home, stopping to get gas. These things will irritate us to no end, and they are completely avoidable. So the number one thing that I learned about being able to stay organized and to avoid stress inside and outside the holidays was making lists. I still have a notepad next to my on my nightstand, because as I go to sleep and I'm thinking about those things I shouldn't be thinking about because I don't want to be thinking about them now I'm not sleeping, that notepad's there so that I can write those things down so that I can go to sleep. I also have lists of the grocery list. So having a list on the refrigerator, on the counter, or in your phone, that as you run out of things, you put those on the list. There's also apps for our grocery stores now that we can throw things into a grocery basket there as we're running out of things. And we can just use that list as we go to the store, or we can pre-order our food. But working on it as it happens rather than being reactive to it can help eliminate stress as well. Keeping these lists also allows you not only a place to add things as they come up, but it also allows you that opportunity and that joy of just scratching it off because you got it done. Creating a calendar to organize your events, including going to the grocery store, including scheduling some time for yourself, including scheduling time to clean, whatever it is that needs to be done. Put it on a calendar, schedule it. You never miss the meetings that are scheduled. So schedule those things too. And share those schedules with others. Make sure that your family knows what those expectations are as well. And if it means posting it on the refrigerator or sharing an app, there's so many different ways to stay connected and to share those with our family members. And we talk about scheduling time for yourself. Make time for yourself, not just for your meditation practice, but also whatever activities you like to do, running, bicycling, reading, knitting, spending time with your dogs outdoors, whatever it is, make that time and schedule it for you as well. When it comes to planning your meals, plan your meals and make your grocery list, but also keep it simple when you can. With the groceries for the holidays, if you're hosting or you're taking food, that's different. You still want to plan, you still want to put those on the list, But during the week, if you can, keep it simple. Buy easy things to make and easy things to clean up, especially around the holidays when you don't have to go above and beyond. Make a list of your grocery list, or sorry, of your gifts and budget those gifts. This is going to help you be more productive when you are shopping to stay within those limits. It's also going to keep you from that stress afterwards of overspending, which will make it more enjoyable for you, also not being so resentful about it. And then asking other family members for help. I like helping others. I think most of us do. And it's an honor when somebody trusts you to help and they can rely on you to help. So it also takes away your own stress to get outside your own bubble to help somebody else. So asking for help and offering to help or accepting somebody's help, huge benefits. So when we think about our desired outcome, imagining, let me put this differently. We have this list, right, of things that we need to do. And there's a lot of things on the list that we don't want to do. So we kind of can procrastinate about it. To avoid the procrastination part, in my meditation or in my planning, I kind of think about what it's going to feel like when it's done, how good it feels to have those things accomplished, especially cleaning the bathrooms. It feels good when they're done and I don't have to do them anymore. So I apply that in my meditation, kind of like visualizing it's done and how that feels. So it goes into the mind, and the mind knows how it feels to be done, and the mind now wants to get it done. I feel a bit more motivated. When we think about the regular day-to-day things that we need to do, right? The keys, the getting gas, those kind of things, getting those done ahead of time will eliminate a lot of the stress as well. Being organized with those things. Think how many times if you've misplaced your keys, how many minutes, how much time do you spend looking for your keys? We use them every day or most every day. We also use a toothbrush every day. And I'm sure you put your toothbrush back in the same place every day. You don't have to look for it every morning and every night. If we do the same thing with our keys, with our purse, with our bags, the things that we use regularly, we don't have to go looking for them and it doesn't eat up our time. Scheduling those days when you're going to get gas. You know you need gas. You also know the best time to get the gas probably is in the morning. So planning your day accordingly. This day you need to leave 10 minutes early. Control the things you can control. Putting things away when you're done with them saves that extra step of finishing and now cleaning everything up. As much as you can do as you go makes the process of finishing a lot easier. One of the other things that I found to be really beneficial for me early on was tidying up before I went to bed. I learned that waking up with yesterday's trash really just stressed me out and I never felt like I got done with a day. But if I cleaned up and tidied up before I went to bed, when I woke up the next day, it's a new day. Everything felt fresh and a lot easier. And so with that, I also started scheduling my chores. So on Tuesdays, cleaning the kitchen. I'd take a half hour every Tuesday night and just scrub the kitchen, top to bottom. Once a week, do the bathrooms, spending a half hour versus spending an entire day cleaning. I could just do a little bit every night, which gave me more time on the weekend to spend taking care of other things or spending time with my family. My most favorite, my most favorite tips, chokes me up a little. Tip number one, making your bed every day. This is my number one favorite tip because it starts your day with an accomplishment. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes it's just pulling the covers up, smoothing everything out, and putting the pillows away, but it still is done. And when I come home and when I go back into my room, the bed is made. It's just an accomplishment, the thing I do before I do anything else. And it's an accomplishment first thing. A second favorite thing, emptying the dishwasher. It seems silly, but the empty dishwasher means an empty sink. Also, an empty dishwasher means that I'm not going to have to empty a dishwasher and load a dishwasher at the same time. These are the tips that can make things a lot easier in the moment. Our goal is to organize what we know that we need to do or want to do and that we can do. It's organizing ahead of time, controlling what we can control in the moment we can control them. Makes it a lot less stressful. So during our first session, I had described to you that clear glass after a stormy day that we scoop up and it's full of all the debris and the murkiness. That's the holiday. That's all the stuff. Those are the gifts. Those are the shopping lists. Those are the places and the drives and the things and all the stuff, right? That's what's floating around in there. So we're going to deliberately and intentionally think about that glass this day during our meditation. And specifically during this meditation session, I want to make sure that you have a notepad and a pen or a pencil. Because we're going to do this meditation, and as we come out of the meditation, I want you to be prepared to make this list or to start a list or to start some notes of some type. But it is with intention to accomplish something, okay? Once again, we're not meditating and driving, and we're finding a place and a time where we can just be able to focus here right now without interruptions. Without interruptions means no phones and no distractions, okay? What we're going to do is sit quietly for just a moment. I'll guide you through the meditation of just being truly present in this moment and letting everything go, letting everything settle to the bottom of that glass. Okay? So sitting wherever you are, most comfortable, feet flat on the ground, hands in your lap, taking a deep breath with me, and just let go and gently close down your eyes. And as we've done with the last couple sessions, we're going to get present in the moment. And we'll start by doing our box breath. And so in your next inhale, we're going to inhale now for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 3, 2, 1, and let go. And release, and just breathe. And in this moment, being present right now, noticing your breath, noticing your cadence of breathing, noticing the inhale and the exhale, becoming present again to that breath as it hits the tip of your nose, using our imagination as we follow the breath down into the lungs, through to the abdomen, and as it exits, relax through the mouth and through the lips as we inhale again. And just relax. Relaxing your feet, your legs, relaxing your hips, and just let that tension go. Relaxing the front of your torso, the back of your torso. If you notice your muscles are tense, just imagine those muscles becoming ribbons and relaxing and just letting go. Relaxing your shoulders and your neck. Breathing still comfortably, we drop our jaw, relax our tongue, relax your eyes behind your eyelids, smoothing your brow, relaxed all the way to the top of your head. Breathing and letting go. Breathing and being present in this moment. It is what it is right now. And relax. And just breathe. And I'm going to invite you to get present again. We're going to do that by picking up our attention. And rather than guiding you through all 5 of your senses, I encourage you and invite you, pick up your attention and find one of your 5 senses that's easiest for you to connect to without judgment, to be really present in this moment and just hold your focus on that sense. What is that sense behind your eyes, in your ears, your nose, the taste or the touch? Hold your focus and just breathe. It is what it is in this moment, and just be present to it. As you breathe and relax. I want you to take your imagination, using a visualization. Imagine that clear glass I described to you. Imagine a table in front of you and that glass setting upon it, and that debris just settling to the bottom of the glass. And the clarity of the water becoming clearer and clearer as you breathe and relax. And the debris just settles. And you just relax. And now I'm going to guide you to just in silence right now. I'll bring you back to your breath. I will guide you back to being present in the moment, because the idea here is not to find solutions. The idea here is not to solve problems. The idea here is to be present and just to allow the thoughts to come and then to be present again. We're not grasping, we're not grabbing, we're relaxing. And so just breathe in the moment. And as the thoughts come, much like a child, just notice it, acknowledge it, and come back to that breath and relax. And I'll mind the time as you just let go. Come back to the present, and come back to the breath and relax. As the thoughts come, acknowledge them, come back to your breath, come back to the present, and just breathe and relax. Come back to the moment, come back to being present, back to the breath, and relax. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to have you open your eyes. But I would encourage you in this moment and invite you to have a sense of gratitude for taking this time. Thinking about taking this time for yourself to organize and to map out and to prepare for the best version and the best outcome of upcoming events and days. And so as we prepare, just kind of wiggling our fingers and our toes, I invite you now to join me in a breath, a box breath. So on our next inhale, inhale now for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Release 3, 2, 1. And hold 3, 2, 1. And just let go and come back to your breath, your normal breathing cadence. Again, just kind of bringing your fingers and toes back to life. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Now, at this moment, I'm going to just ask you to pick up your pen and paper, maybe jot down whatever kind of had occurred to you. I'm going to keep talking, but any kind of things that occurred to you. Maybe it wasn't an amazing list. Maybe it was just a moment of clarity. Maybe something did or didn't come out of this, but if something came out of it for you, just jot it down and capture that. This practice, adding this into your meditation, right? Of visualizing and just allowing those thoughts to come, the organization to come. We set the intention in the beginning that this is what we wanted out of this session. Then we sit, and then when we come out of meditation, we accept it, we receive whatever came to us. Again, I want to reiterate, it's practice. It's not perfection meditation. It's a practice of meditation. Keep practicing it. That's all we're doing every day with it. I hope you found this to be beneficial, and I hope you find a way to apply this in your everyday as well as the holidays. And I look forward to seeing you next week when we do our final session on creating the best version of yourself for the holidays. Thanks so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next week.